And here are the crypto top headlines. Gary Gensler hearing, U.S. House Committee threatens SEC. SEC is choking the crypto market. Plus, Ripple Labs taps former White House official as head of policy amid clash with U.S. government. Next, Franklin Templeton joins race for spot Bitcoin ETF. Also, MicroStrategy buys $147 million worth of Bitcoin, now holds 158,000 BTC. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you. Our first top headline, Gary Gensler hearing, U.S. House Committee threatens SEC. SEC is choking the crypto market. Today, all eyes are on Gary Gensler, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, who found himself in the hot seat. The U.S. House Committee accused the SEC of stifling the crypto market and also threatened to subpoena over FTX documents. Gary Gensler faces pressure from McHenry. Representative Patrick McHenry, the head of the U.S. House Financial Services Committee, has indicated a potential move to subpoena the SEC for documents concerning ex-FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, also known as SBF. McHenry started by saying, "Last time you were before this committee, I voiced my concerns regarding your reckless approach to rulemaking, lack of a capital formation agenda, crusade against the digital asset ecosystem, and unresponsiveness to Congress." McHenry also warned Gensler that SEC's failure to address those concerns over the last 5 months have made the committee impatient. He emphasized the need for a thorough economic analysis of proposed rules and criticized the committee for not assessing their combined impact. McHenry pointed out bipartisan concerns over the SEC's regulatory agenda and its lack of public input. He highlighted issues raised by members from both parties, which the SEC hasn't addressed. McHenry also criticized Gensler for not focusing on capital formation and accused him of harming the digital asset ecosystem. He mentioned that while Congress seeks clear rules for digital assets, Gensler's approach has been inconsistent and often unsuccessful in court. Lastly, McHenry voiced concerns over Gensler's lack of transparency regarding his interactions with FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. McHenry said, "The SEC is not above the law, nor is it unique. Other financial regulators have routinely complied with congressional oversight. So let me be clear. I do not want to be the first chairman of the Financial Services Committee to issue a subpoena to the SEC." SEC faces government shutdown concerns. McHenry inquired about Gensler's stance on Bitcoin, referencing a previous discussion on Ethereum. Gensler clarified he doesn't view Bitcoin as a security due to its non-compliance with the Howey test. Additionally, Gensler highlighted concerns about fraudulent activities in the crypto sector, emphasizing the potential risks to investors. During the hearing, McHenry primarily discussed digital assets and oversight. In contrast, Maxine Waters, the ranking member, voiced worries about the impact of a possible U.S. government shutdown on the SEC. Gensler indicated that if a spending agreement isn't reached by September 30th, about 92 to 93% of the SEC staff would face furloughs. Currently, the hearing is favoring the crypto market, and 4 U.S. lawmakers pressed Gary to greenlight spot Bitcoin ETFs without delay. In a letter released on Tuesday, the Congress members argued that there were no valid grounds preventing the SEC from approving its first spot Bitcoin ETF. Our next top headline, Ripple Labs taps former White House official as head of policy amid clash with U.S. government. Ripple Labs has hired Lauren Hive as its new head of U.S. public policy and government. Before this, Hive held policy roles at the White House and in Congress. While U.S. crypto firms remain locked in a battle with regulators, The art of political advocacy is gaining momentum. Businesses often hire former government officials for their policy expertise and ability to navigate official bureaucracies. In light of their often strained relationship with government agencies, crypto firms are among those with the most to gain from the tactic. In its latest hire, Ripple Labs has employed Lauren Hive, an experienced policy expert with nearly a decade of experience in the civil service. A new hire with a wealth of experience in Washington. Before turning to the private sector, Hive worked as a policy director for the U.S. House Committee on Rules. Previously, she spent time with the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform and the White House's Office of Legislative Affairs. Prior to taking up a full-time role in the White House, Hive helped support Barack Obama's 2008 presidential campaign and his transition to the presidency. In a statement announcing her new position as Ripple's head of U.S. public policy and government, Hive said her role will be to lead our engagement in Washington and nationally, ensuring that we are not only part of the conversation, but driving it forward with clarity and purpose. With regulatory landscapes evolving, it's paramount that we advocate for policies that not only support the crypto industry, but also the countless individuals and businesses that could benefit from these advancements, she added. Legal challenges and advocacy, a two-pronged approach to crypto regulation. For American crypto businesses facing a number of regulatory challenges, two key strategies have emerged for creating a more hospitable business environment. The first, which is currently playing out in U.S. courtrooms, entails challenging the grounds upon which regulators like the SEC are attempting to crack down on the crypto sector. For Ripple, this means taking on the SEC in its lawsuit, alleging the firm sold unregistered securities in the form of XRP. In a significant decision in July, Judge Annalisa Torres found that selling XRP directly to institutional investors broke securities laws. However, she stated that trading XRP on crypto exchanges afterward doesn't come under SEC supervision. Although the case represented only a partial victory for Ripple, for the wider crypto sector, it at least set a precedent laying out precisely when a token counts as a security and when it doesn't. In the future, though, questioning regulators' use of current laws is just part of the picture. Without new legal rules, American crypto companies might continue to face an ongoing battle with the SEC and other regulatory agencies. Thus, while legal challenges are important, there is also a growing emphasis on advocating for pro-crypto policies. For example, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong recently pledged $1 million to a super PAC that will support pro-crypto candidates in the next year's elections. Meanwhile, by hiring a seasoned policy veteran to head up its engagements with Washington, Ripple is positioning itself to lobby for change from inside the halls of government. Ripple covers all bases ahead of 2024 elections. In 2024, U.S. voters will elect their preferred president and a new roster of congressional representatives. Regardless of political changes, Ripple's new hire is well prepared for various scenarios. During her time in Washington, Hive would have worked closely with policymakers from both main parties. From 2012 to 2015, while she worked for the House Committee on Rules, the House of Representatives was under Republican control, with Republican lawmakers leading the committee. Hive previously worked in the White House during Barack Obama's presidency, gaining experience in a Democrat-led policy environment. Our next top headline, Franklin Templeton joins race for spot Bitcoin ETF. According to the filing, Coinbase will securely hold and manage the actual Bitcoin assets that underpin the ETF. The company has also confirmed that the Bitcoin ETF will be listed and traded on the CBOE BZX Exchange, Incorporated. Franklin Templeton, an asset management company, has entered the competition among companies aiming to offer spot Bitcoin ETFs. This was made known through a September 12th filing with the SEC. According to the filing, Coinbase will securely hold and manage the actual Bitcoin assets that underpin the ETF. The company has also confirmed that the Bitcoin ETF will be listed and traded on the CBOE BZX exchange, enabling investors to buy and sell the ETF freely. An exchange-traded fund is a financial product that tracks the price of an underlying asset. In this case, a Bitcoin ETF would be backed by Bitcoin, meaning it would mirror Bitcoin's price movements. This allows individuals to gain exposure to Bitcoin price fluctuations without direct ownership of the cryptocurrency. When investors purchase a Bitcoin ETF, they acquire shares of a fund utilizing Bitcoin as its underlying asset. One of the key advantages of the proposed spot Bitcoin ETF is its potential to diversify investment options, as investors can acquire the ETF as they would have publicly traded securities. This move could contribute to greater adoption and awareness of cryptocurrencies within the broader financial ecosystem. Numerous traditional financial institutions have entered the race to launch Bitcoin ETFs. This includes prominent players such as BlackRock, WisdomTree, Fidelity, Invesco, VanEck, and others within the financial industry. Franklin Templeton already has a reputation for offering structured investment products like mutual funds and ETFs, which makes its application to venture into the Bitcoin ETF space not come as a surprise. The SEC's cryptocurrency regulation amidst the competition for spot Bitcoin ETFs. Initially, the SEC rejected all spot Bitcoin ETF applications, citing concerns about the company's ability to safeguard investor funds from market manipulation. Following Grayscale, BlackRock also applied to offer this asset in June, and additional companies have since joined the race. Given the increasing interest from the traditional financial institutions in offering Bitcoin ETFs, it is possible that the SEC will have no option but to grant permission to companies that meet the required standards. Many analysts predict that such permission may be granted to a company in early 2024. Successfully granting permission to issue this asset could prompt the SEC to establish a more defined regulatory framework for cryptocurrency users and businesses. In the United States, numerous crypto-related businesses currently operate without clear regulatory standards. Recent developments, including the resignation of a U.S. CEO and layoffs within the country, underscored the need for a comprehensive regulatory framework. Coinbase has also initiated efforts to raise awareness about the necessity of such a framework for crypto services and companies. Many experts agreed that approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF could foster a more positive sentiment towards broader cryptocurrency adoption. Our next top headline: MicroStrategy buys $147 million worth of Bitcoin, now holds 158,000 BTC. MicroStrategy bought the latest Bitcoin stash at an average price of $27,053 per coin, or 9% lower than the average purchase price of its entire BTC purchase. MicroStrategy, a business intelligence firm and major Bitcoin investor, is sending a bullish signal to the market by announcing the acquisition of another big stash of cryptocurrency. Michael Saylor, co-founder and executive chairman of MicroStrategy, took to X on September 25th to announce a 5,445 BTC purchase by the firm. The coins were bought for $147.3 million in cash at an average price of $27,053 per BTC. According to a Form 8K filing with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, MicroStrategy and its subsidiaries acquired the amount between August 1st and September 24th. As of September 24th, MicroStrategy and its subsidiaries held an aggregate of approximately 158,245 BTC, which was acquired at an average purchase price of roughly $29,582 per coin, inclusive of fees and expenses, the filing noted. The aggregate purchase price for MicroStrategy's total Bitcoin holdings amounts to $4.68 billion. The new purchase comes as Bitcoin has traded sideways at around $26,000 over the past few weeks. After briefly touching $28,000 on August 29th, Bitcoin slipped to as low as $25,000 on September 11th. At the time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at $26,081, down 1.9% over the past 24 hours, according to data from CoinGecko. The cryptocurrency is also down around 4% over the past 7 days. MicroStrategy's latest purchase further reaffirms the company's bullish stance on Bitcoin. The firm previously bought 12,333 BTC for $347 million in June of 23 at an average purchase price of $29,668 per coin. In Q1 23, MicroStrategy reported its first profitable quarter since 2020 due to a one-time income tax benefit. The company managed to retain profitability in the next quarter, reporting $22.2 million in net income in early August. So this concludes our top headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.